we are opening the door to day 26 today, and I am joined by Carly from Mayabel Tech Agency. Now, Carly helps women get the online side of their business sorted without the stress. She builds the tech and the systems that keeps everything running smoothly, including websites, funnels, automations, email marketing, branding, and more, so you can work on what you do best. And she handles the tech. And today we're going to be talking about making money whilst you sleep and the power of automations. Carly, it is so lovely to have you join us on season 2 of the Christmas Advent Calendar podcast. Welcome.
I'm so excited. It's a privilege to be here and
I
watching
know.
all the podcasts go out. It's been lush.
And today, being Boxing Day, people will be comatose, full of food on their sofas. And this is, I think, going to be a good conversation to get people's ears pricked up into something that they could do moving forward, even between Twixmas, like Christmas and New Year's and going into January, isn't it?
I think it is. I think this is the time where you've had your fun and you're ready to dig back into business. It's like that new year, new me. What can we do within business?
New business.
What can we do? Setting all these goals coming up to New Year and putting things in place. So yeah, definitely.
So there is a phrase which people love to say, which we're going to dive into today in many of the other gorgeous stuff we're going to talk about, but making money while you sleep.
Yes.
It's a
I
big
love
one.
it.
What does that mean?
That can mean so many things, but to me, making money while you sleep is all about somebody buying something from you, literally, that you've not had to click a button, you've not had to do anything. It can literally, obviously it can happen during the day, but it can happen when you sleep. And the most exciting thing is to wake up to, you've made a sale. And you're excited. You're looking, you're like, who's bought? How did they do it? When did they buy? And especially if it's like a course and someone's already messaged you saying, I've signed up to this course and I've already done module 1.
Yeah.
And you didn't even know that they'd signed up. Like,
Yeah.
it's exciting to be able to make that money with ease and flow to make money in your sleep.
And I think business, that's the big things about business is business should be easy and flowing, and the setups and systems and processes that you implement into your business should allow for ease and flow.
100%. I think it's needed. I think so many people, they spend so much time in admin and then they don't get to do the stuff they love, and then they get stuck in burnout because they're like, I built this business to do this thing that I love doing, and I find myself stressed with tech or stuck with trying to work something out that I didn't sign up for.
Yeah.
But it comes with business. It's all got to be done. And I think I always say to my clients is the start's hard when you've got to put other things together, but it's so worth it once it's all running smoothly and you're getting the emails and the Stripe pings and people are paying. So yeah.
So with making money whilst you sleep, or at any time of the day when you physically don't have to be, you could be at lunch with your girlfriends, you could be sleeping, you could be taking your kids out, you could be on holiday, and your business would still operate and generate a lot of money. What is the secret and the key where it all begins? That one little word.
To me, the secret is automation.
Yeah.
Automation is the thing that you put in place to make the selling in your sleep the thing that can happen. Automation anywhere. Anywhere in your business, you can automate it. And I've had this conversation with a client this morning. I always ask, the first question is, what do you find hard? And what do you find doing again and again? All the time. If you're constantly saying, God, every time I do this, someone's asking for this, can we automate that thing? Can we make it that they click a button and they get that thing that they need? It's a client that you're working with, or that it's on your socials and you've got a freebie that you're wanting to share and everyone's gone mad for it, and you say, inbox me to get your freebie. And then you find all these inboxes coming in, then you've manually got to go into your emails and find the freebie, and type up the message and send it out. That's the type of thing, the automations that you need in place.
So, if we were to kind of strip it right back, and our lovely listeners were listening to this, and especially women in the interior design industry or any other service based industry, and they're thinking, oh my God, like I'm doing so much of the do and the admin, and this feels heavy. What would be maybe the one or two simple things before we get into the juicy stuff of like course creation? What would be the one or two things that you would advise them to start to automate that's just simple, that say they could come to you or any other VA agency and be like, look, I need you to take this off my hands and automate it?
First of all, definitely payment links, collecting payments in, signing contracts. Payment link, the bigger is that you don't have to, if you are manually going to someone saying, right, this is the payment, these are my bank details. When you've done that, I'll send your contract out, and you have to go into wherever you're doing your contract and put that together. I would create somewhere where they can click the link, even if it's a Stripe link. It doesn't have to be a big jazzy sales page with everything in. A Stripe link where you set it all up and it's free to do. You set it up, they can send the link out, they get the payment, especially recurring payments as well. Any sort of recurring payments, you don't have to chase money. I avoid chasing any sort of money. Recurring payments, it's done and they come in automatically. But sending that out, contracts, filling out all your terms and conditions and things like that you do on a daily. Obviously, the next bigger thing would be like having a freebie, a lead magnet, something I think everyone should have within their business to bring people in, to build your email list. Like, I'm so big on email marketing as well.
So women are kind of starting to automate their business. They're putting these things in place. It's buying back time. And then they want to women have got all of this knowledge in whatever sector they're in. And they're thinking, actually, how do I not only grow my business, but capitalize on that? And you mentioned a word there, like a lead magnet. So for interior designers or anyone else listening and thinking, oh, what is a lead magnet? What could that be that could not only bring leads in, but also make them money?
So a lead magnet, there's loads of different ways, depending what you do, what kind of business you're in, or what you're wanting to give away. If you prefer to do video, it could be a little mini 20-minute course or
Hmm.
masterclass. It could be an ebook, a PDF. You could do something live. I've always loved a sort of live challenge week and things like that. But it's where you're going to get, not only you get to know them, they get to know you, but you've got the like of the trust factor. Because one, if they've seen you live or they've been speaking to you in inbox every week, every day, they want to be in your world.
Mm.
So something where you can break down. So how I would work it out is find out what you're wanting to sell. From what you're wanting to sell, give them a little snippet of that. A little snippet of the goodness and make it good. Don't just be like, I'm scared to give away a 20-minute masterclass for free because I'm giving them loads of tips. I always say, if your freebie's good, they're going to be like, how good is this paid stuff going to be with this
Yeah.
person?
Yeah.
So giving them something away. And if you're not a coach or someone that's going to give the knowledge on that side and it's interior design, create a guide, some sort of guide or five top tips for this, styling this, 5 colours of the season. Like
Yeah.
things like that people will look and they're like, I really want that. They download it. And then we follow on with some automated emails that then nurture them. They nurture them and they sell to them. You put them into the place where you're wanting to then sell whatever you want to do with them.
So if someone's listening to this and thinking, okay, well, I don't have any of that in my business, what would they do to start to look for the right platforms to create these and host these on? Let's talk a little bit about the tech and the software element to it.
So there's platforms out there which are free. You don't have to go and spend a lot of money. There's platforms like MailerLite. MailerLite you can use to create a lead magnet on.
Hmm.
Obviously, if it's a PDF style Canva, you can create
Yeah.
anything you need. You can download it as a PDF. You can add little clicky buttons in. You can download it as a link if you're wanting to just share it that way. But MailerLite is my go-to for clients that are wanting to do something themselves. I
Yeah.
think my one of my freebies I've shared with this is creating a lead magnet on MailerLite. So the
Fantastic.
steps through, and I say it's not an easy platform, but there's templates out there. So once you've learned how to click, there's loads of videos. I have how-to things. Go look on my website. There's freebies on how to do these things. I am all about not just going, oh, I'll take all the work, but you being able to do it yourself. Go and find out
Yeah,
how you
yeah,
can do it. Not everybody people want to learn. Not
yeah.
everybody wants a tech expert to do it for them. But MailerLite, you can create that lead magnet on there. You can add your payment links in there, and then you're collecting emails in MailerLite to be able to then email them on a regular basis. You can do the whole funnel in MailerLite for
Mhm.
free until you've got 500 subscribers. That's when the cost comes in.
So obviously we're building up these subscribers and we've got our lead magnet running. How important is it for email marketing and to have a beautiful bank of community of email leads?
So email marketing is, I don't think people realize how important it is. But I don't know if you can remember the day when Facebook went down.
Yes.
Facebook went down and we all didn't know what to do with ourselves. I remember it because it was like Squid Games had come out, and it weren't till we was watching it, and then I'd been on there about an hour, and then I went on and I was like, what's happening? And we're going through at the moment. Canva keeps going down. These things that
Yeah.
hold our precious businesses in, if they go down, Instagram disappears, and you've got how many thousand followers, where do you get your clients from?
Yeah.
Where
Where have they all gone? Yeah.
So we don't own Meta. We don't own them places. If
Yeah.
you, and this is what I always say, a lead magnet is an exchange. I say, Lisa, I will give you this for free, and in exchange, you give me access to be able to email you. And that's our
Mm,
little gift in exchange. You then, they're your contacts. You own them,
mm,
keeping them on a platform or wherever you're going to put them. You own them to be able to then do what you want with them, as in
yeah.
sending emails to. But it's really important. I think that a couple of years ago, email was massive and then it disappeared and no one was bothered. Same as websites, they're all coming back big.
Mm.
Having the websites, having the funnels, having the lead magnets in place so you can then email and you've got your little community of subscribers.
I love that. And I think it's so important that we look at building an individual community in our businesses. So if platforms do go down, if there is issues with software and tech, that we can very quickly think it's okay. I've got my community here that I can access, email, tell them what's going on, and say, look, something's happened, or this is here. We'll be back online in a couple of days, or we're
Yeah.
moving and migrating over to here. And it's like you're picking up the whole net of the family and you're moving it over rather than the messiness of not having everyone where they need to be in an email container, and then something goes down and then thinking, shit,
Yeah.
I have to start all over. Because we have seen those
I was
accounts that
there.
get completely wiped.
Right. And I was just thinking back in my network marketing business, that happened to me. I lost
Mm,
everything. I put all pictures of the kids and everything on Facebook thinking, well, they'll always be there. I lost
mm,
all these memories, but also along with it, I was doing parties. I'd contacted all my customers on there. So all the party booking, the information, the addresses were in my paper diary, but I'd never put their email address down because I was just going to their house. So I needed the number and the
yeah.
name. Then I had to go back through and contact every single person, all the Facebook groups that I had with the community in it, just gone,
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah.
It's just a backup. It's not just a backup. I think it should be more important than having just your socials. You're never going to get every single person on your emails that's on your socials, but it's nice to have a nice list to be able to share things to, do exclusives in your emails, get them over, so come and sign up to my newsletter or my weekly, whatever so, to
Mm.
receive exclusive tips that you're not going to get on social media. So yeah,
So
keep it over.
with that in mind, then let's kind of like rewind back to that whole thing of making money in our sleep. So we have got all of the email addresses. We have got like a beautiful lead magnet. We have collected those in order to then sell to the community. How easy is it nowadays to create a course or something people could do and get it up and running to sell and make money in your sleep?
Easier than you think.
Okay. Talk
I
me
think
through that.
there is platforms out there, so you don't have to do everything on an eye costing platform. So, for instance, Stan Store is around 20, 23, £25 per month. It's up in dollars. On Stan Store, it looks a bit like Linktree. So it's got your nice little buttons, but on there you can have memberships, you can have courses, you can have your individual links, you can get people to sign up to collect their emails on. You can upgrade it to be able to email market on there,
Mm.
but you can sell whatever you want. It connects with Stripe and PayPal. But that is a really simple way that it tells you step by step. So add a picture in here, add the title here, it's got AI on it as well if you want to click and do an AI description of things. Put the description in, and then for your courses and memberships, it'll be upload a video here for module 1, type in the description. So you can do things super easy. I think a
Mm.
lot of people, they stop before they start because they think it's going to be really hard and techy, or they've done stuff in the past. And in the past, since I was a coach before I do what I do now, so 2019, stuff's come on so much since then,
Yeah.
especially bringing AI into the mix, because you can put everything in and then it can click a button and go, this is what you need to do next, and you've got to put that in there. But yeah, it's so much easier than you think. And you can record everything on your phone. You don't have to have snazzy camera and microphone. I've only ever recorded everything on my phone normally. On your
Yeah.
phone, decent camera, upload it all. Normally, like Stan Store, it has an app that you could sit and do it. So I was doing
Mm.
some like digital products, and I was sat on my phone on a night, and I'd create the thing on Canva, get the picture, upload it to Stan, all on my phone. Didn't even need a
Yeah.
computer to do it.
I think it's the digital world which we're living in makes it so accessible for anyone to really look at wrapping up their value. Now, this is the next big thing I want to talk about, because if we have listeners listening thinking, well, yeah, I really want to do passive income, but I don't know what I'd sell. The first thing I would say is really look inwards into yourself and think, what value can I bring to the table that I would be doing day in, day out, that actually someone else doesn't know or would pay me for that, such as, you're an expert at color. So Carly's an expert at tech and she teaches how to do tech.
Yeah.
I'm an interior designer. I would teach color, how to implement that in your house, how to use fabrics, how to use the color guides properly. Really think outside the box how to do that. And Carly, what are the potentially successful courses that you may have seen that women have kind of wrapped up products and kind of sold them, just to give our listeners some type of inspiration?
It's loads. Obviously, I'm quite new to your type of world, but like for you guys, I'd go exactly what you said. Think about what you do and how you could teach someone else something about that. And it doesn't have to be, oh, I'm a coach and I work with these people. If you're not a coach and you're working with clients out in the world, normal people, how you can bring them things to the house. So I would first of all write a list of everything that you know about interior design, all the
Yeah.
different aspects
Or
of
your
it, break it
topic
down
or
into
whatever you.
topics. But in other worlds, in coaching and things like that, mindset courses, holistic courses, it could be that they do meditations or they're talking about crystals. I was a manifestation coach before. So
Yeah.
I did ones on different manifestation method. Ones that I've had in this business are the how-to tips. People
Yeah.
really needed the how-to. So I sat and recorded how-to videos for everything I could think of platform-wise, and I opened a membership up with it. And within that membership, it started off small and it was like 3 videos, and I'd say every month you're gonna get 5 new how-to videos. So you can start with
Mm.
something small I think memberships work really well because you can bring in people and have monthly money from it, whereas a course, it's normally one payment split up into chunks. But if you know you
Yeah,
want in recurring and you want to maximize, I opened a membership up in my first month. I brought 59 people into a membership because I
incredible.
created a community beforehand and people love what I did. And I also take them on the journey with you. Don't just
Mm,
say like, nice to say something's coming, but keep doing sneak peeks of what's coming because then when you're ready to launch, they already want in.
yeah.
They know this course. They know what they're going to be wanting to do. So I've had people who work with in the health and wellness side, so videos around health and fitness, health and well-being, anything can be made into a course. I'd 100% put everything you do into ChatGPT and say, give me some suggestions on courses that I can do.
Yeah,
Because there'll be things that you didn't even think of, and you're like, oh my God, nobody does that."
yeah. Do
And
you know,
that's
we
when you
were
have the
just
idea that no one else does.
And we were having this conversation on Christmas Eve with the lovely Faye, who is an AI expert, and she does huge amounts of funnels and automations. And she was saying, you can use AI to really collapse time in your business and support it. And a top tip that Faye was giving was ask AI to interview you in your tone of voice to find out the best product that you could
Oh, yeah.
produce for your business that would come out in your tone of voice as well, which is,
Yeah,
is great using these tools.
it's good. That's amazing because there's so many suggestions that will come up, and I'd be like,
Mm,
"No, would never do that, would never do this." But find something like obviously Phase AI, ChatGPT is amazing to dig deep into. Like, who are you? What is it you want? What is it you want from your business? What is it you want from your clients? I love AI. Like, so many people is against it. I think it's made my business what it is. Just to pick my brains, not just for me
mm.
to pick their brains, for it to pick my brains. Be like, what can I do next? What's
So
happening? What do you want to do?
absolutely. So going back to automation then, for someone that's completely new to the world of automation, for particularly any software out there that you could give recommendations. So we've obviously spoken about MailerLite for creating like email marketing and lead magnets. But if we're going to be doing things like automating more contracts or how a client drops into someone's world, whatever world they're in, to kind of get through that automated process to get onto a discovery call, what are the key pieces of software that you like that you find really easy to use or pass over to your clients to automate entry level parts of their business?
Kartra is my system. Most people end up on Kartra, especially working with me, because they use things like Calendly to get people booked in. They use MailerLite for their email marketing. Maybe they've got a website already, but they've got
Yeah.
places, landing pages on other platforms or MailerLite. They're paying out for all these little places, but when it comes to making them talk to each other, they're a bit stuck. You can use things like Zapier or Zapier, however
Hmm.
people pronounce it, to let the systems talk to each other. But
Hmm.
Kartra, for me, is an all-in system that it's got everything you need to run a business back end, and it all talks to each other. So you can collect your payments, you can have recurring payments, you can get calendar bookings, you can do anything you need. You can build a website, but you don't have to have a website. You can have individual pages that we can
Mm.
then bring together and build a website with. Email marketing, everything that you need. I'd highly suggest Kartra. And they've got a new entry level payment. So you don't have to start on the bigger one. You can start at the starter payment and get what you need to get started and upgrade when you need. But yeah, I've
And,
used Archer for around 6 years now. And
and would
it's
you
not, when
say,
you first start, it's not the easiest, but
yeah,
once you get going with it, And I normally send my clients how-to videos all the time and be like, this is what you need in your business. I'll take care of these things. Some of my clients have never stepped foot in Carter, and I do the whole thing. They don't want to do it. I have two different clients. One's that they have no idea what they need and they never want to learn. Or the other ones that know exactly what they need. They've used systems in the past. They're ready to upgrade their systems to something like Carter. They know what they need, and I go and do it, but then they start dipping toes in. Like, I'll try this, I'll try that. And then some will totally take over and they know
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
I love that. So we're going to put Kartra on the New Year's list going into
100%.
January for anyone that wants to explore kind of that world of automation and how to automate their businesses. So before we obviously wrap up today's podcast, what would be one more piece of value or top tip or something that you really want to get across to our listeners listening to take into 2026 to implement into their business?
So mine would be still on the automation side of making money in your sleep, but set up an automation. Set something up that makes you be able to sit in your creative passion as much as possible. Go and find the thing, because it might just be one tiny little difference you make in your business that blows everything up for you.
So for anyone that wants to dive into Carly's world, her details are going to be in the show notes, and you're going to be able to go find her on Instagram, check out her website and see all of her gorgeous how-to videos to help you in starting an automation, what that tech looks like as well. So Carly, thank you so much for joining us today on Boxing Day and giving us all of your words of wisdom.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. I've really
Oh,
enjoyed it.
it's been great. And we will see you back again in New Year, and Happy New Year's as well.
Yes, definitely.
I will be back tomorrow for another podcast, diving into another conversation. Take care and thank you so much.